Hi, my name is Cold Beer, and let's start with BLACKTAIL. Here the choice is yours. Will you become the guardian of the woods or the terror nightmares are made of? You play as Yaga, a 16-year-old girl accused of witchcraft and expelled from a medieval settlement. Well, I know what I would be doing after that. Definitely not helping poor folk from the aforementioned village to heal their sick cattle. No, I would rather secretly put pineapple in their potato salad. Also would turn all their delicious beer into milk.
Milk of a cat.
Yeah, milk of a cat or of a hamster. Anyway, he will decide the fate of the land and its inhabitants, and witness the impact of your decisions on your skills through an implemented morality system. People on Steam are saying that the game feels more mature than the visuals it provides, and the story is really dark and captivating. The Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. So this is a Lord of the Rings game that focuses on dwarves and their shenanigans. Here you will embark on an adventure to reclaim your legendary home of Moria, beneath the Misty Mountains. You can go alone or join forces with other players to survive, craft, build and explore the legendary mines teeming with danger. Here you will mine ore to craft gear and resources. But beware, mining makes noise, and noise created in the quiet deep threatens to awaken the dangers below. Remember when Pippin touched a skeleton and that was kinda enough to awaken Balrog for the second time? Yeah, you want to avoid that. You know, monsters are just trying to sleep and you are that noisy neighbor everyone hates. Yeah, you are not the good guy. So this open world base building survival crafting game has very positive reviews and you can play it together with your mother-in-law to strengthen your bond. Chants of Sennaar. The review score on Steam of this game is something out of a fairy tale. 98% of positive reviews is not something you see every day. So this adventure puzzle game has a wonderful story. Divided since the dawn of time, the peoples of the tower no longer speak to each other, just like you and your neighbor who dislikes potato salad. But it is said that one day a traveler will find the wisdom to break down the walls and restore the balance. And it's you, obviously. So probably all these people are already doomed. No offense. He will explore and discover an enchanting world in a colorful poetic setting inspired by the myth of Babel, where men have forgotten their past. You will travel the endless steps of a prodigious labyrinth, uncover ominous secrets and unveil the mysteries of this fascinating universe where ancient languages are both the lock and the key. People are saying that this game has really fun puzzles, beautiful soundtrack and a really interesting, captivating story. Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Originally the game was released in 2009, but it was remastered in 2090s, and now it's shining like a modern game it should be. More than 90% of positive review scores can confirm that with ease. Here you will join the Ghostbusters team, fight monsters, capture ghosts, search for artifacts and have a blast destroying almost everything around you. The single-player campaign will put you through a story full of mystery and adventure. This authentic experience features the voices of Bill Murray and other original actors. Even the story is written by the writers of original films. This is the real deal. So who you gonna call?
Yo mama.
Traveler's Rest. This is a tavern management game where you can brew your own beer, run a farm and build relationships. You are an innkeeper on a journey to transform a rundown tavern into a bustling social space. Based in a cheerful fantasy setting, Traveler's Rest is a place to meet people, explore new places and uncover ancient magic. Along your journey you'll discover new things to brew, farm, cook and build to create your perfect fantasy tavern. The game is still in early access but has more than 90% of positive reviews. People on Steam are saying that this game is awesome, and if you like titles like Stardew Valley, it's a must-play. Also, you can smack angry customers away with your mop. Warhammer 40k Boltgun. Here, without any hesitation, load up your gun and plunge into battle. You'll experience a perfect blend of Warhammer FPS gameplay and the stylish visuals of your favorite 90s retro shooters. You will play a battle-hardened space marine on a perilous mission across the galaxy as you fight against the Chaos Space Marines and demons. This boomer shooter style, well known from the games like Classic Doom, Duke Nukem or Heretic, is a real treat for older dudes like me, and also for a younger generation who wants to experience glory and feel like a true combat god, or goddess, or something in between. Whatever you are, you will rock this. People on Steam are saying that the game doesn't offer a lot of replayability, but the level of entertainment it provides is massive. Although, not as massive as your mama. Saturnalia. This is a game you probably never heard about before. A third-person, artistic horror adventure where you play as 4 characters, experiencing a storyline tied to the haunting traditions of an ancient village in Sardinia, Italy. Well, for me, North and Eastern European, Sardinia associates only with sun, wine, cold beer, pizza and friendly locals. But in this game I doubt you will find any of those. The village itself is a maze with no 2 parts being precisely the same. You will have to explore and solve the mysteries alone. The game will not guide you by your hand or penis. If you die, well, let's be honest, when you die, the village will reconfigure itself into a new form. You will solve puzzles and open shortcuts to new areas with various tools and items you find along the way. Your goal is to unravel the story and put a stop to a creepy ritual at the heart of the game. Sounds fun, and the price is more than nice. Urtuk, the Desolation. This is a dark fantasy tactical turn-based RPG. Here you'll guide your band of adventurers through the ruins of an ancient world in order to, bring your own order and punish the rest. You will recruit new followers, loot the corpses of your fallen foes, and do the best to survive in this harsh and unforgiving realm. Here you'll find a procedurally generated survival campaign, will extract upgrades directly from your fallen enemies and enjoy detailed hand-drawn characters. At the moment of writing this overview, the game had 90% of positive reviews on Steam, so in my opinion, incredibly high score. People are talking that Urtuk has a very nice variety of units, entertaining synergies, and is light on the story in a good way. Hellslave. An interesting game for the fans of Darkest Dungeon. Here the world is coming to an end and humanity is on the brink of extinction. A very original and innovative plot never heard before. So you will have to save humanity from a demon invasion by making a pact with the devil and praising one of 6 demons to avoid humanity's demise into darkness. You will have to use your newly acquired demonic power against the invaders, but it may have a bigger impact on you than you thought. Here you'll customize your character around a passive skill tree, discover and experiment with dozens of traits and demonic powers. Also find great synergies between skills and achieve destructible combos to send your adversaries back to hell, or just to hell if they were never in hell before. Just to make things clear. People on Steam are saying that the game has an amazing art style, dark and gritty theme and amazing first act, but it lacks polish and may become a bit boring over time. Despite that, the price is quite nice, and if you are a fan of these dungeon crawlers, it may be a good game for you to try. COCOON. This wonderful game is made by the same designer who developed legendary Limbo and Inside, so that should grab your attention. Also the fact that the game is a proud owner of more than 90% of positive review score on Steam. This is a unique take on the puzzle adventure genre where each world exists within an orb that you can carry on your back. Here you'll have to wrap your head around the core mechanic of leaping between worlds and combine, manipulate and rearrange them to solve intricate puzzles. You will interact with alien environments and biomechanical devices left behind by an ancient civilization, journey through unique and diverse biomes, from industrial structures to massive organic caverns. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, that's gross. Anyway, you will have to discover how these worlds and environments are connected to one another. People who played it are praising the game and saying that it will bend you over, at least your mind. Friends vs. Friends. Despite the childish looks, the game offers immensely fun gameplay. Friends vs. Friends is an online PvP shooter that combines combat and deck building. Honestly, really unique and fun combination. It's like you and your mother-in-law, or cucumbers with honey. Sounds weird, but it's really delicious. So here you'll have to choose your character, customize your card-based loadout and get ready for the fights of your life. Or more like for the fights of your death, because the game is filled with great players and with balding dudes still living in their parents' basement. Never underestimate their power. Here you can play 1 vs 1 or 2 vs 2. Gain levels, get new cards, improve the ones you already have and get to know an array of eclectic characters with their own unique passive skills. People are saying that this is a great fast-paced game, but it will infuriate you way more than you expect. Jack Move. This RPG is a unique blend of gritty cyberpunk storytelling, turn-based battles and beautiful modern pixel art. Here you'll become a vigilante hacker. When the overreaching mega corporation kidnaps your father, you have no choice but to get him back, before it's too late. I don't know, too late for what exactly? Let's hope for the worst. To spice things up a little. So you have a lot of questions. Why was your father researching digitized consciousness? What does this corporation wants to do with it? What is the purpose? Why? When? With who? And finally...
Very nice, how much?
So all these questions circle in your head and only you can answer them by, getting the answers, most of the time by force. Anyway, the campaign will take around 6 hours to finish and the review score on Steam revolves around 80%, which is not bad. Outer Wilds. This is one of the best indie games you can find in general. It was named Game of the Year by Giant Bomb, Polygon, Eurogamer and The Guardian, so that alone should grab your attention. If it grabs something else, call the police. Or grab back, I don't judge. Here you are, the newest recruit of Outer Wilds Ventures, a space program searching for answers in a strange, constantly evolving solar system. You will have to gather wisdom for the glory of your nation, because you are the one responsible for exploring outer space. When I played the game, I flew directly towards the sun and died, so believe you me, controlling this spaceship is one of the hardest things you will ever do. Well, I'm probably exaggerating a bit, but it is as difficult as it is fun as well. The spaceship is very responsive, so during your adventures you will have to find out what lurks in the heart of the ominous Dark Bramble, who built the alien city on the moon. Well, obviously aliens, but you know what I mean. Can the endless time loop be stopped? And why is potato salad so delicious? Answers await you in the most dangerous reaches of space. Game has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so you can't be wrong with this one. What Remains of Edith Finch. Overwhelmingly positive review score should grab your attention. 17-year-old Edith Finch is the last surviving member of the eccentric Finch family. All of her closest relatives and family have died violently at a young age, leading to rumors about a family curse. Now she's on her way to her Finch mansion, a bizarre ramshackle building hidden deep within the forest of the state of Washington. Once there, she intends to research her family's history and learn the truth behind the alleged curse. While this can sound like a horror game, it's actually just a tale about one family that is more interesting than your family, or mine. People are saying that this is more than just a game, it is a unique form of art. Bad North. Game is set in Nordic realm invaded by Vikings. However, the realm's prince and princess managed to escape and now can gather an army to fight the invaders.
Haha, in your face, stupid invaders.
Yeah, learn to invade or something. The gameplay takes place on small procedurally generated islands. During the game you gather resources and find allies who help you fight your enemies. Your army can feature various units, such as archers, knights and pikemen. Before buying, you can try the demo version on Steam for free. The Expanse, a Telltale series. If you like science fiction but never watched the Expanse TV show, well, you should. These are one of the best sci-fi series ever made. Although at first you may be overwhelmed by the count of the characters and political intrigues, don't give up. The show really delivers if you stick to it. And this is Telltale's take on this wonderful world and story. Here you'll explore the dangerous and uncharted edges of the belt. From scavenging wrecked ships in zero-G environment to surviving a mutiny or fighting fearsome pirates, you will have to make difficult choices and then suffer the consequences. You will scour shipwrecks, use magnetic boots to walk on walls and ceilings, and utilize zero-G thrusters to flow through the void. As you explore mysterious ships and the open expanse of space, you will interact with objects in the world and speak with members of your crew. The game consists of 5 episodes, so plenty of mind food for you. The Wolf Among Us. This is a gritty, violent and mature thriller based on the award-winning Fables comic books. You'll discover that a brutal, bloody murder is just a beginning where every decision can have enormous consequences. And it's not only what you choose to do will affect your story, but when you choose to do it as well. You don't need to know anything about the comics this game is based on, because events in this story are set before the events seen in the first book, and this game gives you an option to beat up practically anyone you don't like. Sadly, you can't import that energy-sucking coworker of yours in this game, but hey, you can beat him up in real life instead. I mean, if you are stronger than him. If not, just smile and blame your genes. Cultist Simulator. This is a tabletop game, but, it's on Steam, so you won't have to do any calculations in your head, everything will be done for you, and that's great. This is a game of apocalypse and yearning from the creator of Fallen London and Sunless Sea. You will play as a seeker after unholy mysteries in a 1920s themed setting of hidden gods and secret histories. Perhaps you're looking for knowledge or power, or beauty or revenge. Perhaps you just want the colors beneath the skin of the world. Colors out of space? Maybe. It's a very Lovecraftian game after all. all. So in this roguelite narrative card game, what you find may transform you forever. Every choice you make from the moment to moment doesn't just advance the narrative, it also shapes it. Become a scholar of the unseen arts, search your dreams for sanity-twisting rituals, craft tools and summon spirits, indoctrinate innocence, seize your place as the herald of a new age, ban the pineapples in the potato salad. Well, you get the point. Verne, the shape of fantasy. If the legends are to be believed, an ancient artifact lies buried in the lost land of Atlantis that has the power to change the course of history. By the legends, this artifact had power that was once responsible for both the rise and fall of legendary Atlantis, and you will have to find it. So this is an adaptation of Jules Verne novel, but it doesn't follow the book step by step. You know, the trick is that you are Jules Verne himself here. Yeah, don't ask. The game itself, of course, is more like a walking simulator than a real adventure game, but some of the puzzles will try to mess with your brain. I think it is a nice hidden gem you should definitely try. Blood West. This is a surprisingly original first-person stealth shooter, a mix of Western and Lovecraftian horrors. You'll become the undead gunslinger, doomed to roam the barren lands until you find the means to purge the curse and free your soul. You'll be wandering through the canyons, creepy swamps and lonely mountains. Well, only the mountains will be lonely. You won't be. Sounds of different monsters will keep you company at all times. It will take you over 20 hours on average to casually complete all 3 scenarios. People on Steam are naming this game a hidden gem, a hardcore, brutal, unholy blood diamond to be exact, although many are dissatisfied with the third act.
Not as good as those 2 before,
they say. And I'll thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.